Those legs are about as straight as Elton John. I am the artistic director and the chief choreographer of the Abby Lee Dance Company right here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. People around the country know me. They know Abby Lee because I produce stars. I produce amazing, employable dancers. Hey, stop. I've told you 3 times in 5 minutes, it's not a step back, it's a back handspring. 2 feet, suck it up. I don't want to see those tears. I'm preparing them for a career. We do it all in my studio so that when they get to real life, they're ready. Boring, yawning, sloppy, lazy, walk, walk, woohoo! Walk, 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 woohoo! Smaller steps, wah! 1, 2, 3, woohoo! Hey guys, I'm here. I'm very sick.
Your hair.
Yeah, I said I'm gonna go.
Just because you have a rash doesn't mean you can't brush your hair.
It's in roll. It's in.
Have you
curls.
looked in the mirror?
You're very vain. I have confidence no matter what. Walk. Walk. Oh, that's dangerous. What if she was at Radio City Music Hall and the thing was open for the ice skating rink to come out and she did a side aerial and fell 13 stories down and died? Huh? Are we going this way? Are we getting on the turnpike? If you're getting on the turnpike, you're going the wrong way. Where are you going? Now, I want to sit back and relax and enjoy my evening. When all of a sudden, I hear this agitating, grating voice. Mom's better have my money! Mom's better have my money! Swaggy Lee is in the house!
Oh my God.
Okay. I want no crying children.
Gia, do you know the order of the solos?
Jojo! Have you learned nothing? If every mother walked into every studio and did as they damn please, no one would have a business. But you don't know anything about that. You work for someone else.
She deserves to be on the pyramid. She was in the group dance.
She deserves nothing.
You preach theater etiquette to my kids. Put your phone away.
I don't know. I think I'm going to go to Baskin Robbins. I think if I throw this one in the witch...
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. That was good.
No, I didn't even know the lid was off.
You know what? Because I didn't mean to do that either.
My dad even took me to the mother-daughter talk about getting your period. My dad took me because my mother was at work. I don't have to pay on time. I'm Kelly Highland. I've been nursing for 30 years. I don't care what you want. It's not about what you want.
I'll be a bitch in front of my daughter. That's ridiculous.
She needs to know what she's living with. I'm telling you again, no solo today. This isn't a church, Holly. It's a dance studio.
I got God all on my side. He comes with me wherever I go.
You got God on your thighs, too. Never let my child shake her pom-poms for some boy to go to college for free.
Fatty, fatty,
If
fatty,
that's all
fatty,
you got,
fatty.
bring it on,
And
babe.
you know what?
Because I can lose weight, but ugly is to the bone.
You know what?
No, I didn't, dingbat. Listen, I said, Brooke, is your mother
Get
speaking
your
for you?
finger
Do you
out
want to
of
be
my face. Girls out the room. Yeah, you would eat it.
I don't get it. I know I'm right.
Why are you right?
It's my building. My name's on the front.
So what?
Pardon? She does not have weapons, just her mouth. It hurts so bad. I can't believe they're letting me leave.
Dance Mom star Abby Lee Miller has cancer.
She was gonna, basically, you didn't do something, she was gonna die.
It's been frustrating. I lose patience with myself, and I know other people lose patience with me. But those closest to me, they know how badly I need to be in that studio teaching again. So they have hung in there with me. They came to my rescue. And with their love and their support, I truly believe I can beat this. I am definitely a fighter. There is no doubt about it. And this is the fight of my life. And I'm just gonna keep on punching till I get back where I was.
And your PET scan today, the good news is it confirms that you're in a complete remission. There's no sign of any lymphoma at all in that scan. Great.
There's so many quotes that I love, but one goes like this. It's often in the darkest skies that we see the brightest star. Arch the back, lengthen, lengthen. The legacy that I've created with the Abby Lee Dance Company is something I'm extremely proud of. For years, I have trained kids. Some turn out to be stars, 5 Broadway shows, make more money than their parents ever dreamed of making themselves, and other kids fail miserably. Let's do this. Very nice, clean.
R.I.P. Barry. Dead to me. R.I.P. Barry.
Are you pregnant? Just like mine, fat ass.
It's like a bad movie.
Get up, my world is with my girls, living on the dance floor.
Boy, that was like a roller coaster watching that, wasn't it? It was like funny and then, oh, not so funny. Yes, yes. So how is everybody tonight? Good? I feel like I'm on open mic night at a comedy club.
This is your moment.
I want to do that. Well, I'm funny, but I need a little preparation for that.
With the
Cheers.
pyramid punch.
Do we know what this is? Do you know what this is? Pyramid punch. It is. But this is called, as I was growing up, a transfusion. And it is grape juice, vodka, and squirt. And they serve it at the pool. Yes, so cheers.
Yes, and then we got our Tears on the Pillowcase right here. Got 2 amazing specialty cocktails for you right now.
Yes.
Yes.
Girls, you get rid of the straw because that's what makes you have lines on your lips. Just telling you.
So, Abby, did you think that we would be here, right here in Nebraska, at
No.
Hurrdat Sports Bar and Grill?
No. But when we started planning, I was all in.
Yes. So go through when I came to you and said, I want you to start a podcast. It's time to get your voice out there in a new way. What was your reaction? Be honest.
Just that. It was that ginormous eye roll. And I said no, because I like to be original and be creative and do it first. And the moms were already doing a podcast. And everyone was doing a podcast. And podcast. And it was like, I'm sick and tired of hearing my own voice. So...
Well, the world is not, clearly.
I did not want to do it, but we did it.
We did it.
Yes.
And we are about to hit 2 years, which is so crazy. So
Yes.
Tell us what inspires you. Tell us the kind of stories that you like to tell and why you love this new medium of talking, on your podcast. So what inspires you?
Well, it's like to go back in history and talk about things that didn't come up on the show. Things in life. The network didn't really want you to know that I had done this or that or was going to the Tony Awards long before a TV show. They wanted this down and out, ginormous, again, that word, dance teacher that was screaming at these little kids. That's what sold. That's what was crazy and people couldn't believe. Had I been a football coach and those kids been football players, I don't think it would have been as alarming. But because it was in a dance studio, and they look so little when I bend over, like yelling at them. I'm 5'9", so I'm quite tall compared to the kids, but I look like this monster. And I think that's what the appeal was to it. That's what it looks like, but it really wasn't. Half the time I was sitting down, so I was kind of on their eye level. They were just weak.
But these are the kinds of stories that are so great to share on the podcast. If you guys listen to our first episode, Abby talks about how the show started. So why don't you go through and just tell everybody how the show started, how it came to you, and really kind of the beginning of not only our story on the podcast, but yours. So tell us about how they came to you in Pittsburgh, or you were at your competition. Go through the story for everybody who might be hearing it for the first time.
I'm going to talk fast because it's long.
Yes.
So most of my stories start with a hot guy. So this hot guy, his name is John Corella, and I almost said was, like he was passed, but he's kind of passed, like no one really hears from him. So he just collects a check. All right, so John Corella was a working professional dancer, in the biggest sense of the word. He had done Paula Abdul's tour, I think Celine Dion's world tour. He did the Grammys, the Oscars, the Emmys, the opening numbers. He was very suave and very charismatic. My mother used to say he looked like Valentino on stage, and very masculine and a beautiful dancer. And he was at a dance competition because he was 34, kind of down and at the end of the career, down and out, right? And I'm in Vegas, and we bump into each other. I'm like, oh, who's that hot guy walking out? And he was like, who's that old lady looking at me? And oh my God, John Carlo. Oh my God, Abby Lee Miller. Ah! And hug, hug, kiss, kiss. We stayed up all night talking. And then the next day, I was leaving the hotel, and he was in the lobby, and he's like, where are you going? And I said, oh, I'm going down to another hotel to see my kids compete. And he was like, what? Your kids are here, Abby. I've been watching them. They're going to win everything. Your one girl is going to win the whole title, everything. I said, no, those are my good kids. My other kids are down the street, off the strip, around the bend, at a Dolly Dinkle hotel, at a lesser competition. They have to start somewhere. And it was their first time out of Pittsburgh, coming to a big national convention. So I had a lot of kids in my studio. I had 148 competition team members and a 400-ish, little bit more students at this time. And so I had kids that were, then I had other kids that were teenagers that were on the competition team, but they only did a few competitions, and they were in their high school musicals. They are, attendance didn't have to be 4 days a week, and they can't miss, and blah, 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 and all that. And they wanted to go to Vegas. They wanted to see the Cirque show. They wanted to go to New York and see the Broadway shows. They wanted to go to Orlando and do Disney and take a class behind the scenes at Disney. So I had a lot of kids that wanted to go away. And I kind of pride myself, Michael, on getting kids out of Pittsburgh. Getting them out of Pittsburgh to see the world. Their idea of vacation was, I don't know, Lake Erie. I don't know, something. Okay, the Jersey Shore maybe. All right. And I got them to these black tie dinner events and fancy, wearing their prom gowns again at these events. So that was one part of it. So we go to the convention or the competition, we walk in the back door, and there's Maddie doing her solo, and then a little girl whose name you don't know, and then Nia doing her little solo, and then a couple other kids who you don't know. They're not millionaires now. And yeah. Okay. So I look over at John, and he's like this. I said, what is wrong with you? He said, Abby, these kids are adorable. They need to be on TV. I said, let me introduce you to their mothers. So I took them out right outside the ballroom at the pool area, and there they were, drunk, broke, and bitching about everything. The towels, the sheets, the carpet, the shower, the water pressure, blah, 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 blah. The competition starts too early in the morning. It ends too late at night. The food is horrible. What do these judges know? Blah, 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 blah. I said, let's go. We got in the car, the taxi, back up to the big fancy, the casino in Mirage it was at the time. And I said, you see, you don't want that. He goes, Abby, I have a really good idea. It's going to be great. That was it. He went back to LA. I went back to Pittsburgh. He started to create a format for a television show. Then he took it to his best friend. I had to hear about her all the time. The best friend. I'm the one that made him the money. So, okay. So the best friend was a casting director for a little show you might have heard of, The Bachelor and the Bachelorette. Yeah, not a little show, a huge show. And she said, John, I think you have a great idea here, but I hate kids. This is not for me. So I'm going to introduce you to this guy I know. He does famous birthday parties and some kids stuff, and, it might work out. So she introduces John Carella to Satan. And Satan and John create a partnership. Satan is the executive producer of
the show, who gets all the credit. His name is Brian Stinson, but he goes by Satan for me. And the two of them started knocking on doors of production companies, one after another, getting the doors shut in their face. They go into a place called Collins Avenue. Collins Avenue, Jeff Collins gave him $3,000 to shoot a sizzle. The sizzle, 5-minute clips of, like 5 minutes of a montage of what the show would be about. So they have moms drinking, and then they need kids. Well, you back then couldn't just take kids off the internet and use them to sell something. That's illegal. So, Abby, do you have footage of your kids dancing? Well, of course I do, for the recitals, yes. Sending them all the stuff. Then, a couple of days later, we need kids winning. Do you have the banner and the crown and the flower bouquet? Do you have those? Of course I do, yes. So we send those. Okay, what about 8x10s? Do you have the kids' headshots? Do they have headshots in Pittsburgh? Did they? Yes, got that. So it was on and on and on and on. And I'm running a business, trying to. Things are bad, times are tough. I own 2 retail dancewear stores, one in the city of Pittsburgh that sells to Pitt and Carnegie Mellon, Duquesne. We have big universities there, right? And then my studio, and just it was a lot. Okay, so my dad used to run my front desk and run the books, and everybody was paid, and everything was great, and every bill was paid, and we had perfect credit. Then he died, and then nobody paid. It kept coming. They just didn't pay. It's hard to be inside the studio creating incredible dancers and be at the front desk making sure everyone's paid. And I never wanted to treat a kid differently because of what they paid or didn't, or how, Okay, so next thing I know, I get a call. They're coming to Pittsburgh to find a cast. Well, what do you mean? Arizona, where you're from, California, Vegas, there's amazing dance studios there. Why would you come to Pittsburgh? Well, it's cheap to film. There's a lot of tax rebates. It's cheap to house everybody and feed everyone, right? And we like the upstairs of that building you built. So now, the show, they take it to the networks. 11 networks are interested. 11. That's unheard of now. 11. So then there's a bidding war, and it goes down and down and down and down, and it comes down to 2 networks. Bravo and Lifetime. Bravo and Lifetime. I could have been Andy Cohen. Seriously. Yeah, crazy.
But so instead, Lifetime, you became Abby Lee Miller.
Yes, but,
hello.
Okay. Well, yeah, Andy's doing a little better. So they buy the show. Lifetime buys the show because they want to compete against the Housewives franchise. Immediately, 10 minutes after they buy the show, they scratch the whole format. It's a Housewives show at a dance studio. We're going to go after Dancing with the Stars audience. And they're going up and up and up every season. And we're going to go after the Housewives franchise. So hence the name Dance Moms. Then they created the name for it. It didn't have a name before that. So now they're coming to Pittsburgh. We need a cast. Let me throw in one little thing. Collins Avenue never had a hit show. Collins Avenue never had a show go more than 1 season. Collins Avenue never had a show that finished a season before Dance Moms. So now, they're coming to Pittsburgh. And if you listen to any of the mothers, they would lead you to believe that thousands of kids auditioned for this show. Thousands. 30 families. 27 from my studio. 2 were friends of mine who had little boys. They were dance teachers about an hour away from me. They had little boys that I thought were hilarious, and they would make great TV. The 30th one was Kathy. Kathy knew me. Kathy brought her title kids for me to work with them on their interview skills. We actually choreographed some numbers for Kathy. Don't let her kid you. So Kathy calls me. Are you really doing a TV show at your dance studio? I said, Kathy, I'm not doing the TV show. They're using my studio. Did you get that word? Using my studio to do these interviews. We'll see what happens, right? Well, I'm coming down. I said, oh, okay. Who are you bringing? Right? Isn't that a natural question? Who are you bringing? Because to me, she's a dance teacher, not a mom. She's a dance teacher. What mom and what kid are you bringing from your studio? What do you mean? I'm bringing Vivian. Vivian can't walk with the opposite arm and foot. How? So immediately, I'm thinking, okay, I have the wrong idea for this show. I am way off base if they want Vivian. Like, that's nuts. She was the first person cast on the show. Kathy, the first person. Now, we did 637 numbers. You can clap for that. 637 numbers with bad music. No.
Some music you got away with.
Yeah.
Yes, some music you had a choice in.
Yeah. So 637 numbers. What would you say that the percentage was out of those 637?
Maybe 1%.
Yeah.
Maybe 1%.
Okay.
Some like Where Have All the Children Gone?
Yeah. Where had him?
We had him sign off on that, right?
Yes.
Yes.
You did that. You got that. You reached out to the artist and got us that. Because I had used it before in my studio. Every good, fabulous number I did before, years before a TV show with my regular kids. Yeah. Okay. So now, my better regular kids. Okay. So they're coming to Pittsburgh. Here we go. The kids go in with their moms, and they sit in a chair. And there's trophies behind them. They set it up. They were 6 hours behind schedule, I think. Nobody danced. No one. The kids sat in a chair in clothes and were interviewed next to their mothers. No one danced. Next thing I know, they have a cast. Okay? In one of my groups, my mini group, Maddie, Mackenzie, no, I lied, forget her. Maddie, Nia, Paige, and another tall blonde kid. Those 4 were in one class at my studio. There were 18 kids in the class. 4 got on a TV show. 14 quit. And I didn't lose that tuition for that next year. I lost it for 10 years, 8 years. And the shoes, and the tights, and the costumes. Yeah. So some of those people, lovely people, came to me and said, are you sure you want to do this? What are you doing? Your mother, this is her legacy. You have kids. At that time, it was like 22 Broadway shows. Kids in 22 different Broadway shows. You have kids working in Tokyo Disneyland and Walt Disney World and all over. And all these winners. You walk into a competition and people scratch their numbers because you show up. Are you sure you want to do this? And I thought, oh, it's a 6-week docuseries, for God's sakes. It's 6 weeks, people. Calm down. It'll all be over. I think let's go back to normal. But I didn't know if I was doing the right thing. I just know that there wasn't any money coming in. And I needed to pay my bills. And I did the winning. I did the competition. I did Broadway. I did Disney. I did it all. I had kids everywhere. Maybe this was next. Maybe there was something out there for me. Maybe I was going to work in television. Who knows? Right? I thought it would bring in kids to my studio. They would come because we're on TV. Right? That's what you think. So now I'm an on-camera choreographer. They want me to choreograph, but I won't be on camera. But if they happen to get a glimpse of me on camera, I won't do them. That was the deal. Okay, fine. I didn't sign anything yet. All right, so now my electric bill goes, shoo, my gas bill goes, shoo, right? They're there from 7 in the morning till midnight, these guys and these cameras. The guys come in, they're big guys, 6'3". They have big boots on and cinders and leaves and mud and, right? And they're walk on my floors that my mom and dad gave me their life savings. I borrowed all this money to build this building, and they're destroying it. The sound booms, right? They're banging the walls, nicking the paint, putting holes in the walls. A guy up on the roof, oh my God, Andy, the lighting guy, goes up on the roof outside, puts a hole through the roof where like the elevated glass thing is. It was a nightmare, right? A nightmare. My dad had passed away. None of that would have happened. Okay, so it was crazy. And people that came to me and they said, you know, are you sure you want to do this? And I said, well, it'll be over. It's fine. But Abby, you are rewarding the children of the people who don't follow the rules, the people who don't pay and go upstairs and brag. I got past the front desk again without paying. The people that sit up there and ridicule you, talk about you, degrade your staff and their choreography. Those are the people whose kids get you more. They spend more time with you. They're going to get to do fun things with you. They get your attention, and our kids don't. And we follow the rules. We respect you. We love it here. And that's what happened. So it was all not great, right? So now I'm choreographing. It's the third week they're there. I'm in there choreographing again for these kids that are just, you know, they're little and they're cute and they're pretty girls, but they weren't great dancers. My 27 senior company members were amazing. Yes. One of those kids is in Hamilton and Chicago on Broadway, those kids that were in that group that interviewed those 27 families, and they're working on Broadway now. But see, they were sweet and nice and paid their bill on time, so they didn't make good TV. All right, so I'm in there choreographing, and I think, what am I gonna do? I'm not getting paid for this. This is ridiculous. I keep doing these numbers. I need to be in the other room with my other kids. So let's bring in some kids that are the same mediocre level as these kids, and I'm gonna put them behind the camera so you can't see them. You won't be able to see them. They're gonna learn the routine too. Then I can use it in the recital. Fine, our dance concert. Here we go. And this kid comes in, socks, big sloppy t-shirt, hair down. I mean, if you're a parent and you know they're filming a television show and you chose to stay and you send your kid up there with all those cameras, wouldn't you at least like give them a bath? I mean, put a bow in their hair or something, right? Okay, so this kid is in there. I get out. Come back when you look like a dancer. What does that mean? Go put your hair up in a ponytail, take the socks off, take the shirt off, and come back in. 2 minutes. She doesn't come back in. Text. Abby said this about me. Abby said that. And what I said was on camera, so I didn't say anything bad. 5 minutes, the mother smacks that door open and starts screaming at me. Screaming, she was a lunatic. And the kids go, scared to death. And I go out because I know she's gonna come in next. I go out and she's chasing me in the den around and around and around. It's chasing me, a person, grown woman. And I'll tell you something else about her. So around and around and around, I grab one of my kids' cell phones, a flip phone, that's how old it was. I open it, I go into the other room and the cameras, boom, run after me. 911. Is that emergency here in Nebraska?
Yeah, 911 everywhere.
All right.
Yes.
Well, I thought maybe they had like the 4-H club or something, I don't know. So 911. The officer answers. Officer Broadway, what's your emergency? I look at my phone. I look at Satan over in the corner, and I think, did you intercept a 911 call? You're like better than I thought, right? And then I looked at him again and I thought, no, you're not that good. This is fate. So it was like the heavens parted and the angels were singing. And I said, you saw the clip, and they asked, does she have any weapons? And I said, just her mouth. So when that footage got back to the network, suddenly, who is that woman? Who is that? We don't have a picture of her. We don't have videotape of her. We don't even know who that is. Well, yeah, you kind of do, because I've been calling you about the light bill and the gas bill for a month now, and you're avoiding all my calls. And John said, well, that's Abby. That's whose studio you're using for free. Oh, okay. Suddenly, they want me to sign a contract. And I'm like, nope, I'm not signing anything. Nope, I need an attorney. Nope, we don't have an entertainment attorney in Pittsburgh. Okay, so no. Because I'm working, remember? I'm trying to keep all these other people happy at my studio. And we go to Arizona.
Yes, Dance Explosion.
West Coast Dance Explosion.
Yeah.
Where it's the same convention where John and I bumped into each other, right? So it's kind of like, it meant something. So we go back, we're in Arizona. Now, they're so cheap, they don't take the cameramen from Pittsburgh with us. They hire people that are local, that they don't have to fly and house in Arizona or LA or wherever they were from. So they don't know the dances. They don't know where they start. They don't know where they pose. They don't know where the trick is or the jump is or anything. So they let me, this is the only time this happened, go in and tell the cameraman what to do and where to go. So now I'm suddenly a director, right? I don't get that credit either. So I'm directing this, and my back is to the audience, and the stage is, it's at a big ballroom of a hotel. So they build the stage. It's about mid-high, like rib cage, and the union guys are putting the chairs down. No one's in there. So do this, do that, go here, they're going to do that. So Satan comes over with a pen and a paper, and he said, you have to sign this. Their boss is refusing to film. They won't film the choreography. They won't film you. They're going to stop unless you sign an appearance release. It's just an appearance release. I said, I'm not signing anything. I told you to. I get an attorney. And he said, Abby, everyone in this room signed it. I turn around. There are 500 seats filled with people for this competition. They're staring at my fat ass. I was mortified. I grabbed the pen, I signed the one piece of paper, and I handed it back to him, and I skedaddled. I signed a 4-year contract with a 4-year option on a piece of paper. And they held me to all 8 seasons. Yeah. And those seasons, a regular TV show that you watch, like if anybody watched Blue Bloods, or what's my favorite shows now? Will Trent. You watch that? You don't watch
911, of course.
911.
Yes.
So good. The Rookie. I like real TV. I want people that trained, that went, to their education.
Everybody always asks Abby, what reality shows do you watch? You were on reality TV. She's like, I watch real TV. I watch scripted television, because that's where your kids would end up. Yeah.
3 channels for me. ABC, CBS, and NBC. That's it. Fox doesn't even count. All right. So now that 911 moved off that. Okay. So where were we? You interrupted me.
Signing the contract, signing your life away, of course.
I signed my life away. And that was it. So that's how it all happened. So I wasn't on the show at all. No. Crazy, isn't it? Crazy. But you would think business-wise that who would not go to a dance studio? I mean, people drove for miles, hours. They would fly on a plane to come to Pittsburgh to buy a T-shirt. The store was crazy packed, busy all the time. And sometimes the people that worked at my desk and stuff, they would just bring people in upstairs right when they were shooting in the middle to take pictures, and just bring them in the room and just interrupt us, because they knew it was awful.
So you being on reality TV, one of, if not arguably the most iconic reality star of our generation, I think everybody here can agree, that's why we're all here. How would you say that your show and dance and reality TV have changed the world? How would you say that your show changed the dance world? You always go around the world and you get to ask everybody how many of you are dancing because of Dance Moms.
Right.
And what does it feel like for you?
That's the good thing that came out of it. That's the good thing. I travel. This year, I will be judging the Dance World Cup in Spain. And there'll be 9,000 dancers there, 9,000. And so many of those kids started to dance because of Dance Moms, because of watching the show. I know, this is kind of scary, but dance teachers in the United States don't need a license. Anybody can open a dance studio. And sadly, anybody opens a dance studio, they do. But I know dance teachers that now own studios that learn to dance by watching me, learn to teach by watching me on Dance Moms. They sit in the back corner of the room to clean their numbers because that's where I sat. And I'm like, I just happened to sit there because the mat was there. It wasn't a big deal. Oh no, that's where you sit, that's where I sit. It's crazy, crazy. So I got a big compliment. Kenny Ortega is the director and choreographer of High School Musical, the series, everything, right? He's done 1 million movies. Dirty Dancing. Kenny Ortega, choreographer. We were at a big dance fundraising event in Hollywood, and he had hip replacement or something, and he came limping across with a cane to me. We were like walking towards each other, and I said to my really hot date, okay, Kenny Ortega is coming. You film everything. You get pictures. You get pictures. You get pictures of us. You got it? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I got it. Okay. Comes up to me, and he takes the cane, and he's like this, coming towards me. He goes, you, young lady, you have done more for dance in this world than anybody in this room. And it was like every big shot, every judge from Dancing with the Stars, and So You Think, and blah, blah, blah. All these people were there. He's like, you have done more than any of these people, all of them put together. And that was the biggest, greatest compliment of my life. So then he walks, we hug, kiss, he walks away. I turn to Jordy, I'm like, please tell me you got all that, please. He goes, no, I just thought you wanted me to take a picture and you never posed for a picture.
That's because you didn't have me there, right?
That's right.
Getting every little thing.
That's right.
So choreography has obviously changed from Dance Moms. And something that was so great that came from Dance Moms was another show called Abby's Ultimate Dance Competition.
Yes.
And the best part about that show was how all the kids got to work with different choreographers every single week doing challenge after challenge.
Crazy crap.
So tell us why you loved that. And I think that we can talk about a special someone that's here.
Yes. Well, I liked that show because it was a really easy job. So you all know, you kids, even if you're homeschooled, there's 52 weeks in the year, right? 52 weeks. Okay. The math is a little scary. Okay. So for 13 episodes, a TV show, regular show is 13 episodes. That's what I started to say about like Blue Bloods and stuff. 13 episodes. We shot 13 episodes, and I shot 3 specials. A big reunion special and 2 clip shows. So that's 16. Then we did the B half, right? Later. So I have 16, and I fly to Los Angeles, and I shoot a spin-off show, Abby's Ultimate Dance Competition, 13 more episodes. So do the math. What is that, guys? 29, 16, and 13. It's 29. Yeah, see? Okay. All right. And then, it's not the first time. She's going to make you look like an ass. It's not the last. It's not the last. Believe me. I hear her laugh. It is not the last. Okay. So then I fly there. I do that. Then I go back to Pittsburgh, and I shoot another 13. Stay with me here. 29 and 13. Come on. Then 3 more specials. 45 weeks out of the year, I was on television. 45 out of 52 weeks. That's insane. They milked me and beat me up and did everything they could to make money. And guess what? They're still making it. I never knew when I signed that paper that they would sell the show to 134 countries, that my voice would be dubbed in 11 different languages. And then someday, Hulu would buy the show. And then, a year later, Disney would buy Hulu. Who knew that any of that was ever going to happen? And now, I'm a Disney princess. Or a Disney villain. I mean, who knew? We don't get any residuals. We don't get 1 penny from the show. Nothing. So thank you for buying the merch. All right, let's talk about AUDC. Why did I like it? Because I didn't have to work very hard. I didn't have to come up with any numbers. I didn't have to choreograph. Well, I did come in and like change stuff and fix stuff, but I just showed up and sat next to Richie Jackson, and we ate candy the whole time and laughed and giggled, and it was so fun. Then I had Robin Anton, the creator of the Pussycat Dolls, who made $25 million on one song, Don't You Wish Your Girlfriend Was Hot Like Me, $25 million on that one song. That was her take home pay. Yes, she was very forthcoming with numbers and how to make money, right. And then we had Rochelle Rock as the next judge, but she wanted to be on stage dancing. Sass. Any
Bite
chance,
the apple.
Bite the apple. Right? Any chance she got, she wanted to get up on that stage, and we're like, you're the judge. Just sit down and be quiet. Okay, so let's talk about season 2.
Yes, arguably the most iconic.
Well, season 1, the kid that won, who I didn't want to win, she won, took the money, never went to Joffrey, never used the scholarship, and doesn't dance ever again after that. And I told them I didn't want that kid to win. So now we get to season 2, and we have to pick a kid that's going to use this scholarship, because Joffrey's not going to give it to us anymore. We have to, get our ducks in a row here. Go ahead.
Yes, so season 2, some names you might know that came from it. JoJo with the Bobo, right? Kalani. And, of course, the winner, McKaylee True. Yes, the ballet superstar who's originally from here.
Lincoln, Nebraska.
Yes.
Lincoln, Nebraska. How about that? And her mother is here tonight.
Yes, she is. Let's bring Sherry True right on stage. Perfect. And let's give her a microphone.
Let's walk you on up.
Yep.
Hello, how are you?
I am so good.
We don't have to hug and kiss. We saw each other yesterday.
Did.
We shot a podcast.
Isn't it kind of cool to have someone from Nebraska win AUDC season 2?
Yes.
Let's make a mark for Nebraska. That's what I say.
I know, and you also beat the crap out of JoJo.
Absolutely. We had to.
Right. So without giving too much away, tell them, what was it really like when you get a phone call that your kid makes it? Now, there were 1,200 or 2,000 kids auditioning for this show, because now Dance Moms was everywhere, right?
Right. So 1,200 people did audition for AUDC season 2. After season 1, I think it became very, very popular. So every child who was dreaming of being a dance star auditioned for AUDC too.
And they actually had to dance, so okay.
And they did have to dance. So when I got a call, one of my dance students, I have a dance studio in Lincoln, Nebraska, and so one of my dance students had a school in LA, and she called me and she said, hey, they're doing a season 2. I think you should put McKaylee on it. And I said, oh gosh, I got a dance studio to run. I got all this business to do. I really didn't have time to leave my dance studio behind and take McKaylee too. But then I was thinking, how many do you think are gonna audition? 1,200 or more. I said, oh, she'll never make it. So yeah, we can go play along. Right. And so the producers videotaped us, and we sent pictures of McKaylee, and they had to interview me, they had to interview McKaylee, and all of a sudden they said, okay, don't call us, we'll call you. And so we went away for 2 weeks, and just nothing was happening, so I figured it's a done deal. And then all of a sudden we got the call, we need you in New York in 2 days for the finals. We hadn't got it yet, so there was like probably 500 kids that went to New York, and it took 3 days to do this audition and interviews, and then they'd have a callback, and then we'd have to go back. And so it was a process. But even after 500, I'm thinking to myself, we're flying home from New York, and I'm thinking, there's no way. They're picking 11, maybe 12 out of 500. And so when we got the actual call that, hey, we want you on, we want McKaylee on, and we want you from Nebraska, I was just shocked. I was like, and how soon do we need to be there? And I think it was less than 4 weeks. So I'm trying to hire a sub for my dance classes and get everything organized back in Nebraska. And I just couldn't let her not have her dream. She really, really wanted to be on. She's like, Mama, please, I want to be on this show. I want to go try. And if you ever know McKaylee, she's very, very competitive. And so I just couldn't say no to her. So I got my suitcases packed, and we came. I had no idea who Abby was. And no idea. She was very scary at first from everybody. We would all be in a room. Our choreography would be there. We would be working really hard. I would be sitting on the couch kind of giving McKaylee like little tidbits of, hey, you should fix this. And then the door would open, and we would hear, who's in here rehearsing? What choreographer do you have? And silence would happen, and we all just kind of sat up a little straighter, and McKaylee would be like, oh my gosh, here she comes. So it was quite the 11 weeks. We lived in bungalows with all the contestants' moms, and you did not know whether you were going to stay there 1 week, 2 weeks, 4 weeks, or you would be there all 11.
Well, tell them though, which I didn't know till you told me the other day, you would work all day.
All day.
And now finally they fed you. Well, don't even talk about how bad the food was. Okay, so they feed you, and then you get to go to bed, like sleep, and then tell them about what would happen. Someone knock at the door.
So we were mic'd 24/7, and our rooms were mic'd at the windows. So I just remember thinking to myself, I need a moment with my child every day to kind of reset and talk about the day and talk about what we should be careful of and what we should think about, like staying positive, those kinds of things. So I remember the first Sunday they let us out, I ran across the street to Walgreens and I bought pin lights. And me and McKaylee would put our sheets over our head every single night as tight as we could, and we would get together with our faces underneath the sheets with our pin lights, and we would talk very quietly about the day so the producers wouldn't
That's how crazy this was. They were mic'd, and everybody heard you guys, especially on Dance Moms when, you know, everybody was even going to the bathroom. Everybody didn't realize your mics are on, and they catch everything.
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 Even before we got our makeup on, the very first thing we did is we came down, we would get dressed, and the first thing that they would do was mic us on. They'd put it on our belts, and they'd put it up on by our mouths. And so even as I was getting makeup on in the morning, because they would do all of the children's makeup and our makeup, even the very beginning, as we were getting our makeup on, they were listening to us. And I think some of the side stuff that was happening between the moms, the producers would play on. Like, you know, if I remember, I was so excited when McKaylee was the first solo of the season on season 2. Like, she had lost battles, almost won a battle, didn't quite win the battle. And I remember saying, she's always the bridesmaid and never the bride. And then the next weekend, the next show, the challenge, she won the challenge. And she got the first solo of the season, which I don't know if you remember, but it was like a takeoff on Les Mis. And so we had darkened out her teeth and made her hair all short and ratty. She had to wear a wig. But then the backstory of that is, as soon as the moms heard that McKaylee was the first solo of the season, they were like, well, you know what's going to happen if she doesn't do amazing this first solo, she will get cut. So all of a sudden my
happy
hope, joy,
yes.
excited, finally, McKaylee, you get a solo. We don't have to do anything with anybody else. You don't have to count on anybody to be on their count and be on their mark and all this stuff. And then the mom started talking in the background that, man, I'm glad I didn't get the first solo of the season. Man, you should be watching out. Watch your back, girl, because Abby's going to have it out with her if she is not perfect. And then all of a sudden that joy, that happiness turned to, like, absolute sheer fear. Like, oh, gosh, I hope that she, like, can pull this off. Yeah.
And She did.
She did.
She was the big winner. She got the Joffrey Ballet Scholarship.
She got $100,000.
$100,000, which is amazing.
How old? 12.
So she was 12, turning 13 when she won. Yep. And now I don't.
You have 100 grand?
Yeah. We didn't go thinking we were going to win, obviously. We just said, put your best foot forward every day. Try your hardest. Like,
she was very consistent, though, throughout everything. She was consistent. Some kids were amazing one day, and then they sucked at something else. You know, so she was very consistent, and she had the technique from your school and your ballet training at your studio. But she also, we really put that kid through the ringer. I'll never forget when she was flying on that thing, and I was like, oh my God, this kid is going to fall in
their
my head.
podcast episode that you guys will get to stay tuned for, so you can listen to it in depth. Sherry and Abby talk about all the different challenges and things that McKaylee had to go through, along with the rest of the girls, but especially McKaylee. So tell us what McKaylee is up to now.
Yeah, but if you're in a show, a Cirque show, a Broadway show, whatever, you have to do crazy things.
I mean, even though it was really hard as a mom to watch her go through every challenge, and she was put through the ringer, every single week there was something else they threw at her. A wig, a slipper slide, a harness where she had to fly and then hit a mark, just all the things that I watched her go through. And that kid was just so determined, beyond determined, to just make sure she did her very best every single day. And it wasn't even just in front of the cameras. She worked hard in the rehearsals. As soon as she saw Abby, she was like, I'm on, 10 out of 10, 15 out of 10, I'm working.
Right.
Like, she would put her
But come on, it felt good for you to beat JoJo and
Kalani. Yeah! Well, Kalani was the favorite coming in, and everybody the dance moms all talked about it, and everybody was thinking Kalani, and people were saying it in the backstage. They were like, she's gonna win, Kalani's gonna win, and so it was just hard when you're listening to that and you're like, yeah, but my kid is here too, and we're gonna try. That's just how you have to do. You just gotta try.
So tell them all quickly what McKaylee is performing in now.
So McKaylee is there was 850 people that auditioned from the United States and around the country, the world, and they brought 150 to a 2-day live audition. You had to send in your dance reel for Cirque du Soleil in Vegas. So July 17th and 18th, she went into a 2-day audition. 150 people started on day 1. They ended up with 3 different final cuts. They got it to 12 girls, 12 boys for Mystere and for Love Beatles show, and then for the Michael Jackson one. 12 girls and 12 boys got kept for each round. McKaylee made all 3 cuts. She was the only girl that made all 3 cuts. So she was standing at the end in the Michael Jackson 1 cut, in the Cirque du Soleil Beatles Love cut, and then she was one of the 8 girls left for the Mystere, the bird that flies. Yeah, that bird. So we are very, very fortunate, obviously. I feel very, very blessed, and she's just an amazing girl and talent, and she works hard.
If you get to Vegas...
Yep, go see the Michael Jackson one. 5 girls then from those 12 were asked to submit a video. And then from the 5, 1 girl was picked, and it was McKaylee.
Yes. So,
yeah. Blue Bob, you got to go see the Michael Jackson 1 show. She's the only one in a blue bob. And within 3 months, you guys, she got the solo in the show.
Yep. So if you're in Vegas, go see. Wait, what hotel is that at?
Mandalay Bay.
Yeah, in Mandalay Bay. That's a good hotel, too.
It's a great hotel. I've been there several times.
Outside. Okay.
So, it all just goes to show you never know where you're going to end up. You're on a reality competition show one moment, you win it, it leads you to your next chapter in your career, and McKaylee is here, and she's a professional working dancer, which is exactly what Abby always wanted out of this whole crazy life.
And isn't it cool that, honestly, I hope it gives kids hope that just because we're in Nebraska, look at what has come out of Nebraska. So you don't have to be in LA or New York you can be in a lot of different places, and if the cards all align, or if you head that, keep pushing away.
Or
You
if I
can
like
actually
you.
make it.
Yeah.
Or if Abby likes you. Or if Abby likes you. Abby did like McKaylee because
did.
McKaylee was able to quickly, whenever Abby said something, McKaylee was very able to quickly adapt. And if Abby came in and said, I don't want that like that, I want to change it, McKaylee's lucky in that she can remember choreography really quick and she can fix things quick. Where there were some girls on the show, that could not do that readily.
Right. Or you
Eventually
go
they
home and you
could.
practice it over and over and over, and you come in the next day and they change it.
Yes.
And you're just,
Yeah.
it messes with you, and you can't handle it. Where she was like, oh, I figured they were going to change it. Okay.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
So Abby and I, just to put a plug in, we spent an afternoon yesterday together. We put a podcast. I hope you will listen to it.
There's things
we
I didn't-
talked about
I
a
never
lot
knew
of
about.
secrets that happened in the actual
No, but
season
one thing
2.
I wanted you to say was that they knocked on your door at night.
Oh, yes.
And then they gave you, tell them.
I
That's
will.
crazy to me.
Yeah, so
Briefly tell them. We don't want to spoil
We got
everything.
it briefly. Hurry up.
Oh, briefly.
We don't want to spoil everything.
We would work, 10, 11, 12-hour days. We would get back maybe 7, 8 o'clock at night. They would give us food. We were showered and put our jammies on, and then a knock on the door, and they would say, this is 10 o'clock at night. 10 o'clock. I am ready to go to bed. And be ready for the next day, because your brain has to be fired on. You can't just be like, la-da-da. You have to know what's going on.
Well, I think Kira
and then
was like
10 p.m., knock, knock, knock on our bungalow door, and it'd be the costumer, and she would say, hey, here's McKaylee's costume for tomorrow. Please have it by 7 a.m. back on the rack on the deck of our bungalow, jeweled.
rhinestoned, the whole thing.
Completely rhinestoned. That's what I said, girl. What? And so I would stay up sometimes 2, 3 in the morning. You know how rhinestoning is? And you have to be sharp, and you have to put it, it's like one stone at a time.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
We get it. But I didn't know that till you told me. I had no idea.
So
Things
many
like
crazy
that happened
stories.
all the time.
I was out to dinner and stuff. I was enjoying my life.
Yeah.
So many crazy stories.
rhinestoning.
So many amazing things to come from Abby's Ultimate Dance Competition. So
there's
Sherry,
there's a lot.
thank
We're
you
gonna
so
do
much
a-
for being
We're
here.
going to do a podcast with all the cast. and
Yes, we're
zoom
going to have
them all in.
McKaylee on. We're going to have Joe.
Yes.
We've already had JoJo and Kalani on, and we're
Yes.
excited to have McKaylee on, but you guys
Yes.
will have to stay tuned for the rest of Sherry's episode. But Sherry, thank you so much
Thank
for
you guys
joining
for
us.
Thank you.
supporting
Yes.
Nebraska Dance.
Yes.
Love it.
Nebraska. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
So, just really quickly, we've had some amazing choreographers on Leave It on the Dance Floor, some of which were on Abby's Ultimate Dance Competition, like Richie Jackson, like we were talking about. Other choreographers that we've had on, Matt Stefanina, Gianna Martello, AC Ciola. So, we have a lot of amazing stories to tell with so many different choreographers that have, branched all over with different kinds of dance styles. But really quickly, we had Satan on Leave It on the Dance Floor a very long time ago.
We did. I forgot.
We did, yes. Yeah. That was one of our
First
early
one,
episodes,
yeah.
yes. So he actually explained that the reason that Abby's Ultimate Dance Competition didn't continue wasn't because of a ratings situation. It was because it was hard to sell a competition show. So, but
It's, like American Idol and those shows, once you know who wins, nobody watches it. You just find out, oh, that's who won. Oh, okay, yeah. And you don't watch it, so you can't sell it to 134 other countries in other languages because once you know who wins, that's it. So that's why, of course, they didn't want to keep investing in that show. And I was an EP on that show. So I get like 6 cents a month or something.
That and Abby's Studio Rescue, which is
Yes.
awesome. But just really quickly before we move on to our next segment, which is going to get some of you guys involved, so stay tuned.
Here we go.
You don't have Abby's Ultimate Dance Competition right now, but you do have a couple competition shows, including Abby Lee Dance With Me, Season 9, which is airing right now and streaming Thursdays and Sundays, as well as Madhouse. So tell us very briefly about your new shows that are airing right now and what you love about them.
Okay, so Season 9 came after Season 8. That's why it's called Season 9. And it is Abby Lee Dance With Me. and it is a competition show. This was the show that after season 8, my contract was up. So they immediately wanted me back into the office to discuss the future. I did not want to do that because after my staycation, I had a lot of other things happening. And I was in a wheelchair, cancer, you saw it all. Okay, so I had a movie. I have a show about a halfway house. I have a scripted dance show that deals with the paranormal. It's a young adult teen show as they leave. And I had a lot going on, and I wasn't ready to jump back into bed with Lifetime. Not at all. So they wanted this, the meeting. So the meeting was March 11th, scheduled. And I kept saying, can't we move it in February? Come on. I want to get to Florida. I'm trying to get my homestead exemption, my 6 months and a day living in Florida for my taxes. Let's do this. No, March 11th. Everybody flying in from New York. It's a big meeting, Abby. This is the future. This is it. So we go to the meeting and we pitch our idea and they loved it. And we get there though, and nobody's there. They're all on Zoom, on a TV. I said, I could have been in Florida and zoomed in. This is BS here again with them. So there was this illness going around and people were getting sick. So they didn't want the executives from New York to fly to LA. March 11th, we come out, I have pictures of us hugging and kissing, coming out. Yes, we're going to do this. It's a competition show. Each week, there's 5 kids, and we put them through these rounds of challenges, just like she said, and we end up with the winner. Episode 12, we bring them all back, plus a few ringers, and maybe some, first runner-ups that we still liked. And we put them through it again, and we end up with our team. And maybe you all get to vote on that team. It was a whole concept. So we're going to do 9A, 9B, and 10A. We don't want to leave here just with 9A. We want all the way through. Because what they do is they do a season, like season 8, and then they don't hurry up and do the next season. And the kids go off and start doing other things. They get older. The audience doesn't fall in love with them like the original cast. So we need to plan this better. Okay, that was the deal, right? March 13th, the world shut down. Immediately, the network wanted a 3-month extension on my contract. I was like, nope. And my attorney was like, come on, it's 3 months. By the time you sell a show to another network, it'll be up. Okay, fine. Take the money, 3 months. 6 weeks into that, they want a 6-month extension. 6 months. What they're doing is they're holding on to me so no one else can have me. That's all they're doing. And I'm like, no. So then they said, okay, how about a 3-month development deal? You can come into the office, develop any show you want, and we get first dibs. If we don't want it, you can take it anywhere. And I thought, well, okay, that sounds all right. I'll use your resources. Okay, I can do that. So I do that, and then it was on and on with COVID. And no one knew it was going to be 2 years. You didn't know? Nobody knew. So that's kind of what happened. So what I did is I shot it myself. I funded it myself. I did it myself. We go around the country. We were in Los Angeles, Orlando, New York City, San Antonio, Texas, back in LA, and London. And I shot it. There's a ton of episodes. You have to go to Patreon and pay for it. Sorry. You pay for everything else on Netflix and Hulu. And then it's also on YouTube Premium. For you kids that have YouTube, it's YouTube Premium. But if you're a dancer or a fan of dancing, it is well worth it. The dancers are incredible. Some better than others, But it's incredible. And I make them disappear. So there's 5 girls, and they each do their solos, and then one disappears. It's literally, poof, be gone. And she explodes into glitter. It's so good.
So good.
And then they do a choreography round. And those two young ladies over there assisted me. Scarlett's, I think, in every episode. So I teach choreography quickly. They have to pick it up and do it, execute it back to us. And another one, poof, be gone. And then they do an interview. We have them speak for social media, blah, blah, blah. Poof, be gone. We have 2 left, and they do an improv battle. And we have a winner. And then we're going to bring back those winners. And that's how it works. So it's great. There's no drunks. There's no one on drugs. There's no Satan. I didn't cry one time.
Nope.
I didn't get hysterical. I didn't have to call my attorney and have him stop production.
And you get to just see the dance, which is what we love. So very quickly, we also have Madhouse, which is airing as well, and it's also about triple threats. So tell us about that and the difference with the ages.
So Madhouse is music, acting, dance. That's what MAD stands for. My idea, my concept, I live in a house with 18 to 25-year-olds that are trying to make it in the industry in Los Angeles. No, they're not going to make it. We have an alumni this year from Abby's Ultimate that's in there.
Yes, Haley Hulsman, her mother Melanie. Anybody remember? She had the big curly hair. She got in Abby's face during Dance Moms. So she's on, and then in the first season of Madhouse, you also have Hannah, who was on season 8 of Dance Moms.
Hannah Cohen.
And Richie Jackson was also part of Madhouse. There's so many amazing people that are featured on that show as well. So
it's
so
fun.
much content that's airing right now.
It's crazy.
But I think it's time to move on to our next segment, which is going to involve some of you guys.
Yes, let's do it.
Our
Let's
dance challenge.
Yeah, so that means we're going to need 3 audience members to volunteer if they want to come up for the challenge. If you want to come up, let me see you raise your hands.
Don't worry, guys.
You don't have to be a dancer.
This is for all levels. Yes.
Are you coming?
Yes.
Psst, come on.
I saw Pink Hoodie right here. You want to come on up with me? Come on, come on, come on.
Can we get this one?
I would just go around. Yes.
And,
you want to pick one more?
Yeah, you. No, Mom, you. Yeah.
Go on up this way. Watch your step, okay?
Oh, wait, I have 4 people.
There's 3.
I know, but
we might throw some ringers in, too.
Okay, well, that's okay, because the last lady,
of course,
she can judge them.
Yes.
Here, come here. You come over here. Stand over here come behind me. Can you fit behind? Is there room? Ma'am. Okay. Come over here and stand here. Okay. Okay.
Just be careful.
All right, now.
You stand right there.
Wait. Does each one get a thing, or they all get one thing?
So each person who does each dance gets it.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
So do you want to do each one?
All do this.
So okay, yes. So you could have all 3 do, and then the winner will get that, and then we'll bring 3 more people up and do the other ones. Yes.
All right. So. No, I gotta do. Okay. There's 3 stupid things, and yet I can't figure out which one to give them. All right. So your dance challenge is the Charleston. Go. No,
do we need a demonstration?
Charleston.
A for effort.
Just be careful. Just be careful with the drinks.
No, that's not the Charleston. All right, Charleston.
Can I do Irish?
There's no Irish Charleston.
Should we have Scarlett show?
Charleston. You know the Charleston.
Should we have Scarlett or?
Wait, because I have somebody here.
You have, okay, cool.
Okay, Charleston. The 1920s. Prohibition. Are you homeschooled? Okay. No, you didn't study that in history? No? Okay, so would you like to come over here?
Sure.
And can you give me some Charleston steps?
Yes, ma'am.
Woo! Yes!
Okay.
There we go.
Crazy legs? Crazy legs? No, your hands are on your knees? Oh. Yes.
There we go, yes.
Okay. All right, so do we get it? All right, you failed miserably. Get off.
But now she can get her card.
You get this.
You get the card. You were going to be the judge, but you get the card.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
All right. Do we have a couple more volunteers? Don't worry, guys. It's simple moves.
Okay, let's have you, Red. Come on. And let's have you back there. You, right there. Yes. Okay. And let's have you in the brown. Come
guys
on,
can
let's
come on
go.
up. Come on up.
Let's go.
Don't be shy. We're leaving it
All
all
right.
on the dance floor today, guys.
All right. Scarlett, I need you up here. Like right off to the side, okay? All right. Are you ready for the challenge step? Yeah. Can you read that?
Yeah.
Well, I read it out loud, ding dong.
Oh, sorry. Box step / jazz square.
So sometimes it's called a box step, sometimes it's called a jazz square. You know it?
Yeah.
Let me see.
Woo! Yes.
Yeah. Are those the best shoes you had tonight?
Did you expect to be brought up on stage with Abby Lee Miller today?
Well, it doesn't matter. You have to be prepared.
Always be prepared. That's what Abby likes to teach her students. Yes.
Okay. Next. Cross, back, second, fourth. Cross in front. Last. Oh, are you? There's a third kid. What happened to the third kid? Where's the third kid? You, woman. Yes. Well, don't forget it. Sit down. Forget it. You missed it.
You missed your opportunity.
All right, you won.
We'll call you. Come on, lady.
Go. All right, you're next. You're in the next group. Get up here. Come on. You're next. Okay, wait. I saw some of you kids in class today, though. You're going to know this. Oh, the waitress? Get up here. Let's go.
Yes. Coming at you from Hurrdat Sports Bar and Grill, guys. We have the staff getting involved here.
Right here. Pretty blonde. Okay, I forgot. She has to be next over there, that one kid. Okay, you ready? Come on up.
Okay, so we have 3. Amazing.
Okay. Do not buy white tennis shoes. If you play tennis and you put them in the tennis bag and you go to the tennis club and you put them on the tennis court, that's fine. Otherwise, do not buy white tennis shoes because they're going to be dirty the first time you wear them. All right, are we ready? Yes. Okay, this is your challenge. Can you read that out loud? Oh, she pronounced it correctly. All right, let's start with, no, I want to see you. Give me a Shanae turn. Oh.
Oh, let's give a round of applause. Yes.
Wait. Stop, get back.
And make sure you don't Shanae off the stage, guys.
Yes. All right, and now Shanae turn. Let's see what you think it is. Heels. Don't you think every Broadway show wears heels? I mean, the dancers? Yes, 3-inch Laducas. What do you think a Shanae turn is?
Oh, okay.
Oh, we have 2 winners.
We have 2 winners. Okay, we'll have to get another card.
I'll get you another card.
Don't worry, she's at
Okay.
Hurrdat. She's at Hurrdat, so we'll get her another card.
Yeah. You tip her well. All right. Tip her well. All
Great
right, thank
job,
you
guys.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness, I didn't expect everybody to do that well. Not that I just didn't know we would have.
They were
this.
in releve. Their arms were
Yes, we have dancers here, and we left it all on the dance floor with that.
Where's Mr. Hurrdat? You got a raise? Give her a raise. Maybe you could have a dance, like the waitresses could sing and dance, like in New York at what's the diner?
Ellen Stardust
Ellen
Diner.
Stardust Diner. They
Wait.
get up on the tables and they dance and sing.
Wait, we could do a Hurrdat
Yes.
Stardust Diner. Yes, coming soon to Omaha, guys. Okay, so let's just move on a little bit, navigating the dance industry, Abby. So obviously we had some people right now maybe do a little mock audition for you. So what advice would you give to young dancers who are trying to make it in the dance world, and maybe just a couple brief things that they should know, other than what you just said, that they should know before going into an audition?
We'll get a really good attorney, an even better accountant, and then question everything they do. Read the fine print, people. Okay, so to be a professional dancer now, you must do everything. You ready? Tap, ballet, jazz, acrobatics, gymnastic tumbling, aerial silks, ballroom, hip hop, combat stage fighting, lots of things. You have to do it all and do it all well. Seriously. And too many teachers today and studios are so into the contemporary and the lyrical and the, you know, freaky, weird stuff. Your kid goes to an audition and they say barrel leaps, flea hops. You have no idea what that is because they're auditioning for Annie Get Your Gun, Oklahoma, Seven Brides for Seven Brothers, any show, Urban Cowboy, that has country western steps. They don't know it. You don't do it. What about the Lindy, Peckin, all the 50s steps? They don't know those. So they can't do Grease or this or that or whatever show takes place in the 50s. The 40s, they don't know Shorty George. They don't know Sugarfoot. They might know that because Vivienne knew that. Okay, so.
Who, by the way, is one of the few people from Dance Moms still dancing. So let's give a shout out to Vivienne. She was on Leave It on the Dance Floor, her and Kathy, so you guys can listen to those episodes. But anyway, speaking of all of this, building a career. A lot of people, especially that were on Dance Moms, on Abby's Ultimate Dance Competition, like McKaylee True, like JoJo Siwa and Jesselyn Siwa, they really learned how to build their own career with this platform. So talk about some of the stories. You know, Jesselyn was telling us when she was on Leave It on the Dance Floor about how she cold called Claire's, or her manager did. So just tell us a little bit about sometimes how you got to make your own moves when you're given these kinds of opportunities.
Well, interestingly enough, Karen, who is my friend now as well, she sent little gifts to each one of the girls. And JoJo was the only one that said thank you. And she had a note that she wanted to represent them or work with them. She'd like to work with them, and JoJo's the only one that called her back. And when she signed JoJo, she wasn't a manager at all. She was a hustler, and she was great. And when she signed JoJo, it was like 50% she got, not 10 like a regular manager. But she didn't have any other clients and would never sign any other client as long as she had JoJo. So she worked for her 12 hours a day, and she did it. And my makeup artist, hairdresser on the show, who, let me just say, they would never let her touch me. Like, they wanted me to look like crap. So her name is Diana Kazanjian, and she is now a producer, and she is responsible for the Boomerang video. She came up with that concept. She found the guy to write the music. She hired the place. Okay, you need to get another Shirley Temple kid. No slurping.
So many lessons
just
here,
Just order
guys.
another drink.
Yes.
Okay, so it's on me. Just give her another drink. Okay, so look what JoJo did with that. She, calling Claire's, went to the hotel where they were there for a meeting, stood outside the meeting, and just, excuse me, went after those people to get that Bo deal. Yeah. And then it was the Nickelodeon deal. And I mean, her merchandise, did you go anywhere? Could you go to Target or Walmart and not see her face on something? It was everywhere. And she was supposed to do a TV show for them. It was like a Miley Cyrus kind of thing where she was a school, announcements in the morning, you know, at school where they say, there's a football game after school and tickets are available, or the dance and blah, blah, blah. That's what she did in the day. And then at night, she was a DJ spinning records in a club. And that was JoJo's alter ego. And that was the show and the concept that it was supposed to be. And they never did it. They didn't need to. They were making so much money off of merchandising her. Why spend money on a TV show? They're not going to ever make that money back that they're making on the merchandise. So that's what happened. And it just, yeah. So you just never know, but you have to hustle and you have to be prepared. And how are you prepared when you never know what you're going to have to do? It's everything. Everything and anything your kid has to know. And they have to be smart about it. And they have to be able to navigate and know who to trust and who not to trust. And that's kind of what a manager does. You really need them. Sometimes yes, sometimes no, but They're going to go into that meeting and know what they're doing. You don't. And then JoJo got rid of her because she didn't think she needed it anymore. Then she sang a song, Karma, that someone else had already sang. But
and she's writing her own music and doing her own choreography now, which is amazing.
Yes.
And so a lot of people ask you, did you expect JoJo to be where she is today? And you always say...
No, I expected her to be a star. I thought once we got to LA, she would get a Nickelodeon show, get a Disney show. She had that. The reason I didn't want her is because she was a star. She wasn't a team member. She wasn't a group. I wanted the Radio City Rockettes. I wanted everybody the same height, everybody to be a righty or everybody to be a lefty, and everybody to look alike. That's what I wanted because I was worried about the group winning, the team winning. It wasn't about the soloists. It was about the group. And then, you know, same thing with Asia. Have y'all seen Asia lately? She's like a 40-year-old woman, isn't she? Like, yeah, they all make music. Okay, so anyway, she was a star. Asia was a star. On Abby's Ultimate, season 1, we couldn't air the group dances because she was so bad. She screwed every dance up. She was never on the music. She was 16 counts ahead of everybody. But then she'd come out and do this solo and be incredible. So we didn't want her to look bad, so we just didn't air the opening number group after we worked on it for hours and hours and hours. So some kids are meant to be soloists and other kids are meant to dance in a group. But if you're in a Broadway show or something, you're not going to be a soloist. You're going to dance in a group. Chances are more likely to dance in a group.
Yeah.
So,
but anyway, she's probably the, you know, JoJo's probably the prime example of like what you can do with this kind of platform. But, you know, a lot of you know a lot about the cast of Dance Moms and Miss Abby up here. And I think that it's time for another interactive game for some Dance Moms and ALDC trivia. Does that sound good to you guys? Yeah, I think you guys know your stuff, right? So, Abby, I'm going to give you yours. Okay. And then, Scarlett, if you can, go back. There's a couple more that Abby wrote. If you can just bring them up. They should be right on the counter out there. Live show, guys. But anyway, we have some other questions.
You should be last.
Yes, your questions can be last. But anyway, so...
No, I mean this one should be last.
Yes, okay. That one can be last. So are you guys ready for some trivia? Yeah? Okay, cool.
Don't shout out the answer.
Yes, you're going to raise your hand. Don't worry, Miss Abby will tell you. You got to raise your hand when you're... Yes.
Okay.
So who here knows the ALDC's lucky number? Anybody? Right?
What? No, shut up.
That was in a chant, so I understand where you're coming from. We're going to come around with a microphone as well. So do that times 2.
Say it louder.
A hint.
Go ahead.
11 is heaven.
When did they say that?
So when you were doing Dance Moms and you were on that winning streak in season 4, that's where you're probably getting the 11 is heaven from, right?
Oh, did we win 11 weeks in a row?
You did 14 weeks in a row.
Oh.
Yes. So that's where you're getting the 11 is heaven. So you're on the right track, not quite there. I'll give you a hint.
No,
do you know?
But this lucky number goes back years. If you look at my kids that are 40-something years old, their email addresses all have this number in them, every one of them.
22?
Yes, it is.
22. Let's give them a round of applause here. All righty.
How did you know that?
I was right.
Yes, my next hint was going to be, come on, Taylor Swift, maybe?
I don't know why.
So, Abby, actually, very, very quickly, talk about the significance of 22. And Scarlett, you can come up and read me those cards. Thank you.
Thanks, babe. It started a long time ago. One of my first Miss Dance of Pennsylvania that won, my first winner of that title, she picked out of a hat and she was number 22. So she won. Lucky. 2 years later, her sister is in that same competition and picks out of a hat number 22. Then that summer, Mark Myers, who is now the supervising choreographer of Wicked all over the world, every single cast of Wicked, the production that goes like Korea, Hong Kong, he sets it. right?
That's Abby's real favorite, by the way, guys.
Yeah, that's my real
That's
favorite.
the real favorite,
Katie
Mark
Hackett,
Myers.
too.
And Katie Hackett.
Yeah.
Yes.
So anyway, and he is now the associate director and choreographer of Death Becomes Her on Broadway, the new big Broadway hit that is nominated for 10 Tony Awards. 10. Yay.
Yes, let's give them a round of applause. We had Chris Catelli, who is one of the directors on the podcast as well. But anyway, so let's go to
they're
our...
like the real favorite people. Okay.
Yes.
So anyway, we go to this big audition scholarship thing for money, like to win a scholarship. And they go to the front of the stage and pick out of a hat to get their numbers in order to perform. And he picks 22. So those three things made that the number. And it just has stayed the number all the time.
I love that. And by the way, guys, we have a series on Leave It on the Dance Floor now called Dance Diaries, where Abby, each week that we do it, she goes through her career, kind of the things that you don't really know that came from Dance Moms, but the ALDC way before. So definitely check that out. That's where Abby tells a little bit more of these stories.
They're not going to get any of these.
Yes. So, no, I think they will. So, well, yours maybe not, because Abby wrote some here, but we have some that I know a lot of you are going to get. All right. So, Dance Moms fans, winning Nationals dance. Everybody like the Nationals numbers? Yes? Okay. So, again, raise your hands. Nobody say anything.
Season 8.
All right. So, Season 2 National, winning number. Raise your hands. All right, let's go right in the back over there.
Last text.
Iconic.
Can I say something about that?
Yes.
Number? Okay, so come up with the number, the idea. We get the music the night before, Tuesday night. Pyramids on Wednesday. 4 hours. It takes, was that one of your questions? How long does pyramid take?
Nope.
Oh, 4
Should've
hours.
been.
4 hours. We stood there. 4 hours. That's why it looked like I was nuts, because I knew what I had to accomplish. What did the mothers have to do? Sit on their ass and talk about me, right? I was, okay. So the last text, we're in California. So I'm in a rental car, staying in a hotel. And I go, the mothers on their day off, where are they? Getting their nails done, going to dinner, hobnobbing, trying to, steal whatever from whoever. Okay, and then I'm downtown in the garment district buying dresses for these kids. They're not my children, but I'm doing it. Okay, so I have to have dresses that don't match. They're not all the same, but they coordinate, they work together on stage, visually, yada, yada, yada. So we go to set. I'm like, here's these dresses. I need them to look like they were in a car accident. We're in LA. These PAs are production assistants. Figure it out. I come out of rehearsal. They're still hanging there. I go home. We come back the next morning. They're still like new, right there. I don't have a car seat. I'm screaming, where's the car seat? Where's the car seat? I need the car seat. No, I have a mat folded with 2 panels sticking up and 2 that are the seat, like folding mat, that they're pretending is a car seat for a national competition on a TV show. Okay? Go in, come out for lunch, dresses are still there. I lose my mind. And I have Kelly whining about her kid not doing anything in the number. In the meantime, she really was like, thank God Paige doesn't have to do anything in the number. Thank God. Okay? But she had a fight on camera. All right, so what do? I take the dresses, I lay them down in the parking lot, I get in my rental car, and I drive over them. And I drive back. And I drive over them. And I drive back, and they still look like new. So I take a Coke, I shake it up. I spray it on all the dresses. I drive over it again. I drive back. Let's get a lighter. They're going to flame, right? Get a lighter. Burn them, singe them. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. I'm supposed to be in the room rehearsing the kids, but I'm out here doing someone else's job. We did not have a car seat until we got to the theater. Okay, yes. So anyway, that's the last text.
Yeah, and you didn't see any of that, and I think all of you can agree, this was when social media was up and coming, right? How great of a TikTok would that have been? Seeing Abby Lee Miller running over the dresses from the last text, right? All right, so next question, and we did kind of touch upon this.
Okay.
So Dance Mom, the Dance Mom, who was Abby's friend before the show, All right, let's think about this. A friend, a colleague of Abby's before the show. Let's go blue shirt in the back right over there. Or purple, I'm so sorry, the lights are a lot.
Kathy.
Kathy, correct. Yes, give her a round of applause. Yes.
She was my friend until she hit me with that old lady pocketbook. That was it.
By the way, guys, I'm sorry.
Little known facts.
Yes, what?
After that evening, I went right to the police station and filed a report on her for assaulting me. I did.
And you can hear a little bit more about that story and that episode on the second episode of Leave It on the Dance Floor. So definitely check that out if you haven't. So really quickly, and if you want,
put
Abby,
a lot of plugs in for this podcast.
Yes.
Letting you know.
Well, that's why we're here, right? We're celebrating our podcast. 2 years.
Okay.
It's very crazy.
Right,
so
come on, let me ask one.
Go for it. This is one from Abby. This isn't on the screen, by the way. So
What is my favorite style of dance to teach?
Pink, Abby, or no, you pick.
You
Abby.
go ahead.
Okay. That's
It's you.
You.
Did you just say where you at? We don't need that preposition at the end of that.
Lyrical?
Go.
Say that again.
Lyrical?
Nope. Red shirt, that.
Tap?
Getting warmer.
Okay, the little kid, red shirt here.
Hip hop?
Ooh.
Right here, navy shirt.
Hold on.
You know what
No,
I'm making
wait.
him do. I'm doing it on purpose.
Musical theater.
Thank you, yes. Woo! But
Yes.
on the show, we couldn't do really any musical theater because somebody at the network made a really crappy deal with this music library. So every piece of music we had to use was from this library. So I couldn't use something from Cabaret or from Chicago or Sweet Charity or any of those iconic musical theater shows. Think about, we won, what, 92% of the time
Oh,
or
at
something?
least,
Yes.
yeah.
So if we had real music, we could have really won. Okay.
Do you want to do one more of yours?
Well, mine are kind of morbid.
Well, let's do one that I know everybody here is going to get. All right, so get your hands ready. What was the name of the weekly ranking system that the kids would see themselves on at the beginning of every episode?
That's dumb.
All right, let's go to the girl right over there, waving right over there.
The pyramid?
Yes.
Great job. Yes. Yes. Next,
All right.
quickly.
What high school did Abby Lee graduate from? This is a two-parter. Yes.
Oh,
And
okay. And guys, let's wait for Christian to hand you the microphone
wait,
so we can all hear you.
Second part of this. And where did I go to have the college experience? Nope. Oh my, I wish. I wish. It's what, 80 grand a year? Okay.
Anyone else?
Pointless
Any other?
Park? No.
Any other?
Keep guessing in Pittsburgh. Football. The other one. Pitt.
We're in Omaha here. Nobody's here from Pittsburgh. All right, so we're going to do question 5 for me, and this is kind of an easy one, right? Because we all know this, right? And I hope all of you have been listening. Otherwise, then we're going to be mad. The winner of AUDC Season 2. Hands up. Hands up. Okay, right here.
McKinley True?
Yes.
Woo! Yes. Yes. Sherry was right here. All right, so let's do...
I have one.
You have one? Okay,
Yes.
yours.
What is my favorite fast food restaurant? Long John Silver.
Yay!
Okay, what's number 2? No, fast
Close.
food.
Fast food.
Fast food.
Think drive-through. I guess Baskin Robbins does have a drive-through.
Sounds like my name a little bit.
Starts with an A.
Yes. Arby's.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay, so we're gonna do number 6 for me. Youngest original elite team member. So the youngest member of the elite competition team on Dance Moms.
There's 2 pink girls over there.
Let's go right over here.
They have their
Hold
hand
on,
up
we're gonna
for
wait for
every
the
question.
microphone.
Mackenzie.
Woo! Yes, Mackenzie. The original It's a Girl Party.
Yeah,
and Abby
it's
talks a lot about It's a Girl Party on Leave It on the Dance Floor.
Yeah, I talk a lot about It's a Girl Party.
Yes, so
Yes.
Abby, go ahead and do one of yours.
You want me to tell about It's a Girl
Nope,
Party?
nope, they can
Okay.
listen to Leave It on the Dance
Okay.
Floor.
All right.
Want me to do another one of mine?
Well, where are my parents buried? Like, where am I going to end up someday? Yes. But where in Florida?
Okay, right
Are they
here.
in Miami, Florida?
Miami.
Yes, correct. Miami, Florida. Yes.
With
okay.
Broadway
Catholic
Baby.
Cemetery.
With Broadway
Yes.
Baby. Yes.
Yes, with Broadway Baby.
So.
The cemetery doesn't know she's in there, but yes.
Okay. So number 7 for me. The frequent choreographer on the show that would sometimes save the day, who we love so much, that was besides Abby. Let's see. Right here.
Gianna?
Yes.
Yes, correct. Yes. And
She started at the studio when she was 5, I think. 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here she is, still at the ALDC LA every Tuesday. You can take her class if you're ever visiting.
On Zoom.
Yes, and you can take on Zoom too, so you don't need to go all the way to LA, so you can always check that out. So let's go to number 8 for me, and this is a fun one, and I think a lot of you will know this. The controversial group dance portraying homeless children. This music is one of my favorites. Let's do the.
No one has their hand up. This kid knows.
Right over here. Hold on,
Okay,
just wait for the.
You need to stop watching TV, honey.
Trapped.
Good job. Yes, Trapped.
Trapped.
Yes, really good music.
I don't even remember that.
Yes, so that one
the
you
box. Maddie was in the box.
Yes, and you actually had switched her out for Chloe at one point. Fun fact. But anyway, so you can go and do your next question.
Who was my high school heartthrob?
Any big fans here that might know that? Oh, thank you.
Nobody? Wasn't very popular. No, but
I mean, a crush. That's a crush
that's a
for
crush.
sure, right?
Yeah, no,
This is
high
somebody
school.
that Abby actually knew. Oh, yeah, wait. Did you? No, but then you're getting warmer.
No, you're not.
I thought, isn't it? Oh, okay. Well, maybe that's a little too niche.
No, these are. I didn't live in LA. I wasn't going out with Tom Selleck and Robert Redford. I was in Penn Hills in high school, and his name was Joe Heckel. There we go. And he was a football player, middle linebacker, number 52.
You want to do another one?
But I went to the prom with the quarterback.
You're
Long
a 40-yard
story
line
there.
kind of girl.
Yeah,
right?
Long story there, yes.
You want to do another one of yours? Do you want me to do mine?
Mine has to be last.
Okay, cool. So, number 9. What was JoJo Siwa's nickname? Think about it. Think about it.
A good nickname.
A good, and it's very similar. All right, let's go right over here. This dance mom over here, or this dance mom's fan knows.
JoJo with the bobo.
Yes! Let's give her a round of applause. Perfect. And I guess we'll do mine, number 10.
I wish I had my 10% of those bows.
Well, TBD, you never know. There might be another future collab coming. So, and we did mention this.
I want to find out what this gentleman right here. What are you doing here? Because you're very engaged.
I'm coming to you. Hold on.
You're looking at me,
Yep.
but I feel like you don't know anything we're talking about.
You'd be correct. No, here with my special someone. But no, one of my mom used to watch the show all the time back in the day. I always found it very entertaining when you were, I'll just say, having altercations with some of the other moms. And then Natalie, she said that you were going to be here and asked if I wanted to go. So I said, sure.
Okay, all right.
Okay, well, that's also the really great thing about our events that we do, guys. Like, a lot of people come that don't know Dance Moms or don't know Abby. So anyway, I just like that. That's what Dance Moms does and Abby's content. It reaches just so many people. But anyway, so this one everybody's going to know. We did bring her up. So the name of Abby's beloved dog. All right. Okay, we got a lot of hands for this one. We haven't gone over here, so let's do. Yeah, let's do right over here.
Broadway Baby.
Yes, let's give a round of applause for Broadway Baby. Yes.
She was 17 when she passed away, 17. And it came out of the blue, like, it was crazy.
Yeah.
And I'd never had a pet. I asked for a dog every birthday and every Christmas for as long as I could write a list. My mom, I found some of the stuff after she had passed, and my list, like I wanted my Christmas list and my birthday list. Yeah, and my dad took me a few times to get a dog, and we would drive to a breeder somewhere, and this is when I remember turning around in the back seat, kneeling up, looking out the window as we drove away without the animal, because he would write the check, he'd pay, then he'd say, oh wait, the pediatrician said we have to take her outside and look at her in the daylight. And he'd take me out, my eyes were swollen and they're tearing and I have blotches all over my face and my throat swelling shut because I was so allergic. We were looking at Malteses. It was my dad's sister had a Maltese and she was perfect, so that was why. Okay, so anyway, that was it. So he took me, I think I can remember like 3 times we went to buy the dog and then we couldn't get it. And I think, now that I think about it, my dad, it was probably like a scam. And he just took me to shut me up to get it, but we were never really going to buy the dog. He just wrote like a fake check. I don't know, but yeah. So anyway, when I turned 30, I was at a restaurant in a strip mall that had a pet store, Petland. And I left and I took my godchild and I said, let's go down and look at the doggies. We went in, I saw the Bichon. I looked it up, they were hyperallergenic. I bought her, I bought everything that you could buy that you needed for that, and that was it. There was no thought, and it was the best thing I ever did. Yes.
Yeah, we love Broadway Baby. Let's give another round of applause for Broadway Baby. And, you know, that just was really crazy that you had to experience, you know, not to get dark, but you had to experience the loss of your dog on television, and that's something that's very hard for anybody to deal with, let alone doing it in front of the world. So. Well,
it was that, and then a producer, Satan number 2, had me put a fake thing in the stroller and push her again and like reenact her death.
Crazy.
That was
disgusting.
That was insane, and I can't believe I look back and I did. Oh, look, she looks so sad. You need pictures of her when she was a baby.
I know, guys. If you go to our Patreon, or if you even just go to Abby's Instagram on the Pittsburgh Dance Studio account, there's a lot of pictures of her and Broadway Baby.
Yeah,
she used to dress her up for all the holidays and stuff.
Yeah, she had her photo shoots. She had Valentine's Day and Halloween.
And I'm starting to do it now with my baby, but yeah.
So, yeah.
Anyway, let's finish up our ALDC and Dance Moms trivia.
Do you have any more?
Nope, this is you have the show.
All
now,
right,
Abby.
think hard now. Are we ready? Now, if you were in my dance class today, don't say anything. Ready? Who is my favorite dance mom?
Let's think about it really hard. Let's do right over here. I don't think we heard from
this little one?
Yeah, right here.
Yes?
Or
Melissa?
Well, she kind of was a favorite until she, you know, I hired that forensic accountant for $370,000 to tell me that she was stealing from me. Yes. What about this one?
Melissa?
Nope.
Nope. Think about it. There was a lot of dance moms.
Purple shirt right there.
Was it Holly? Because she's classy.
Classy. Oh.
Think about it a little bit more unconventional. It may or may not have been somebody.
No,
she was on the show.
Stop it.
She was on the show.
Who is my favorite dance mom? My mom.
Let's give a round of applause for Marion Lorraine Miller, guys.
I didn't say on the show. I just said favorite.
Yes, no, but she was on the show, and you guys did get to share a lot of amazing moments together. Yes. Unfortunately,
but I came home on Tuesday nights. Not at 9 because I was still teaching, obviously, but 10:30, 11 o'clock, and I get home and Dancing with the Stars is on. Shh, my show's on. Shh, my show's on. It was on Monday and Tuesday, and it was like, shh, my favorite show's on, and it was not me. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you know, a lot of people know Abby as a pioneer in this dance industry, but you know, everybody else and really everyone that's in the industry knows Marion Lorraine Miller.
Yes.
Her,
she started at 18, and by the time she was 36, she had 7 studios in Miami, Florida. And for those adults that are here, my mom's students danced at the Fontainebleau on Miami Beach with Sammy Davis Jr., Frank Sinatra, the Rat Pack, Elvis Presley. So when the band took a break and the singers took a break, my mother's dancers performed. Guys, girls, she had a ton of guys. All the commercials for Dentine and Spearmint Gum and Bubble Gum, and they were all made on Miami Beach. All the movies, like Beach Blanket Bingo and all those movies, they weren't in LA, they were in Miami, they were made. And my mom's students were in all of that. So when I was 13 and then we got that flyer in the mail that said dance competition, my mother looked at that and said, wait a minute, you're gonna pay people money for them to watch you dance and tell you what they think of you? This is absurd. Now it's a what, $5 billion business. Yes. Yeah, it's nuts.
And she's a huge part of that. And
Yes.
obviously we wouldn't have Abby Lee Miller if it wasn't for Mary and Lorraine Miller.
Yes.
All right, so.
And we started a lot of competitions. Those competitions should be thankful.
Yes. But, you know, especially with Mother's Day coming up, not to say to watch Dance Moms, this is probably one exception of what we would say to watch, your Mother's Day special with her.
Yes.
Yes,
It
and
was
that's
good.
one of the few
It was-
things that
Well,
you...
it was good. She loved doing it until they threw Christine Kelly in there.
Yeah. Always
Like,
have to
what are
rear
they
them
doing
in.
in our special? I don't get it.
Okay, so now we're gonna do a very, very brief, we're opening a couple questions from you guys, because after the show, we're doing our private Q&A with our Ultra VIPs here. But we're gonna take maybe 2 or 3 questions from the audience, just because we wanna make sure we get some questions in
Wait,
here.
is that my drink or no? Is that something else?
No, we have one, we have one.
No.
So
I
that's
didn't
the
mean that.
Pyramid Punch.
But it's really transfusion. It's grape juice, vodka, and sours. And then, is it good? Did you have it? Yes, it's delicious. That's a kamikaze.
Yes, the
So you know when you're in
tears on the
college-
pillowcase, yes.
When you're in college and you get shots, it's a kamikaze shot. But I always drank it on the rocks because it's tequila.
But yes,
I wasn't
so
a big drinker. I had one drink. That was it.
yes,
Okay.
no, Abby does not.
I was
drink,
always
guys.
driving.
No, and
All right.
also you're just a teacher and you're around children,
Well, I
so
like to drive. Like, because
Yeah.
if that guy wasn't, Joe Heckel wasn't at the right party, then we were leaving to go to another one. Because I was driving, so I got
yes,
to go where I wanted to
always,
go.
always.
Okay.
So okay, we're gonna take maybe 2 or 3 questions just because we don't have too much time. So does anybody have a question before we finish up and do our last segment? Any questions for Abby? All right here. Well, you're gonna be in our. Oh no, yes, you can do it. Yes, go for it. Yes.
Okay, this is a really silly question, but when you left...
Well, I'm going to be like a nice teacher and say, there's no silly questions, which is bull. Go ahead.
When you left the dance competition and said you were going to go to Baskin-Robbins, what's your go-to Baskin-Robbins flavor?
Great question.
It's very similar. It's called grape ice, and they rarely have it. It's a summer flavor. It's rare, and it's like... Have you ever had their daiquiri ice?
Yes.
Okay, it's like that, but it's purple and it's grape. It's the same texture. It's so good. Yeah. I'm a sour tart person, but I do like peanut butter and chocolate.
That's my dad's favorite.
Okay, and then, is he married?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Happily?
Yeah, I would say so, yeah.
Okay, all right. So then, and then I like their chocolate chip every once in a while. Rarely, like once a year, I might have a mint chocolate chip there. Okay. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get 1, maybe 2 other
questions. Do you know, wait, I just have to say, a lot of brand deals, there's a lot of kids, they go to Disney, they go, Kalani's entire flipping wedding is getting paid for, right? But I can't even get like a punch card from Baskin-Robbins. You'd think I'd get 1 free scoop, nothing.
We're working on it. We are working on it. Okay, let's get a question from that young lady right over there.
What is your least favorite dance mom?
Oh, she came in with a good one.
Oh, okay. Who is your least favorite dance mom, Miss Abby?
Well...
And you can only pick one.
No. That's like a 5-way tie. Yeah. The big blonde, big bird. The husband number 3, Melissa. Holly with the doctorate. And then she says, what does she say? Birthday and whiff and all this incorrect grammar.
She said that she has God on her side, and then you responded, you got God on your thighs too. That was iconic. We had that in the montage.
Do you know that I don't even remember saying that? That was good. I thought that was pretty clever.
Very quick,
okay.
Very witty.
They're just, I mean, Kelly was my student. She knew the rules. Can I tell him the Kelly, like, gossip?
The current?
Why Kelly quit? No, why Kelly stopped dancing when she was like 13?
No.
Why?
No. We'll save that for our ultra VIPs. I'm so sorry, guys. That's too good of a scoop. But basically, you would basically say everybody, maybe with the exception of our girl Jill. We love Jill.
Well,
she gives you credit.
At least I got a little like teacup with some little flowers in it when I was dying from Jill.
Yes.
That was it. That was the only one that even
All right.
acknowledged it.
We have time for one other question before we get to our last segment. Let's go right over here. Christian, if you could just bring her the mic over here.
Sorry, coming your way.
They might stump us.
Perfect.
They're going to ask me.
You guys are great. What a great audience we
answer.
had for Leave It on the Dance Floor Live. Okay.
What was your favorite dance?
Good question.
Ah.
Maybe list a few.
Okay, for the group dances, where have all the children gone? Because I had done that dance before with the guy in the shopping carts, and it was freaky and weird, and they won everything. And that's how we had the music. And then the last text, suicide hotline. The pink with the flowers, the petals. You know when we threw the petals up in the air?
Blush and Bashful. That was
Blush and Bashful. Can we just give a shout out for the hospital waiting room?
Yeah, the waiting room.
That's the only competition that I left ever in my real life or TV life. The only competition I got up and walked out on was that, because we knew it was so fixed. The guy, whoever ran the competition guy, was out on stage, maybe 4 feet out, reading the winners. In the wings, I could see Satan yelling to him what to say. And he had duets winning the group category, like announcing high score of small group, and he would announce a duet. Then a trio won the line category. And then the group category won. It was so ridiculously messed up and wrong. He didn't know what he was doing. They had him a wreck, and they were telling him what to do, and he was listening.
And that's an example. A lot of people ask Abby, are the competitions fixed? Is the show scripted? That's an example right there of the show is not scripted, but the show is produced.
Well, Kelly can't read a script.
But yeah, so basically just imagine living your real life, but having it kind of being decided for you. But it's not fate. It's like psycho producers planning and plotting
the competitions,
everything. Yeah.
There were only 2 competitions that I knew were not going to win. This is a setup. And one was called Energy, not the letters NRG, but Energy spelled out. And the owner, director, had a 12-year-old daughter that she wanted on the show. So she would do anything the producers told her to do to get her kid seen, noticed, put on the show.
And she ended up being on the Candy Apples team.
She did.
For a very brief amount of time.
We won the Kids' Choice Award. So get this. So the network, Abby, this is not a children's network. Abby, this is not a kids' show. I heard it every week, right? We win the Kids' Choice Award because it's not a children's network. It's not a kid show. The next day, we have to go to Energy. We're in Los Angeles. I said, we're not going. I get into a big limousine that they rented for the whole cast. I said to the mothers, we are not going. We are banding together. We are united. We are not going. If I don't go, it's a scandal. If nobody goes, they don't have a show to shoot. And they're going to learn. We have to teach them. I didn't go. They all went.
This was to a regular competition, not the Kids' Choice
The Energy
Awards.
Award.
Yes.
No,
I just wanted to preface
the next day. Yeah, I was fined $80,000. Fined. Yep. And they lost. I knew they were going to lose.
Karma. Anyway, so let's just quickly, just to wrap up.
Lost. Go ahead.
Just to wrap up, what an amazing story that you have told, shared with the world, and continue to do here on Leave It on the Dance Floor, especially here today on Leave It on the Dance Floor Live. So what's some advice that you would give to all the kids here, all the adults here, just about how life is unexpected, but you never know where you're going to end up. So what would you like to share?
I told you, get a good attorney.
Other than getting a good attorney,
that's my advice. I do cameos all day, all night, all day. I do these cameos. Oh my God! Has anyone in here ever had a cameo for me?
Oh, okay. Well, there
you
you
better
go.
run home and order it. Okay, so and everyone that's 21 or 22, their birthday, I always say that's my advice for them. You know, my life is an open book. It always has been. And I think when the government was chasing me around the world, they just should have knocked on my door. They could have saved $3-4 million. Yeah, but you put yourself out there. And I tell the kids this. If you're an artist, a singer, dancer, actor, sculptor, painter, whatever it is, you put your work out there on a plate, right? It's like a steak. Put it out there for the world. Somebody is going to stab it with a fork. Someone. If you're a sculptor and you work 2 years on this piece and it's in a museum and you have an opening at the gallery and you go and you're standing there and you hear somebody say, wow, I think it looks like a piece of junk. Do you cry? Do you crumble? Do you run and hide in the back? Or do you turn to that person and say, well, good, because you couldn't afford it anyway? Right? So, like I've told JoJo, like I've told the kids, you have to love what you do so much and be so passionate about what you do, your craft, that nobody is ever going to tarnish that or make that go away or make you not want to do it. You just have to love what you do, and then it's okay. Who cares what anybody thinks? Yeah? So all the kids sit up. Yes. Chin up, shoulders back, chest out, smile from ear to ear. Because when you walk into a room, you walk in like you own that room. Yes. I think there's a little girl here that does own the room tonight, but whatever. Yeah, she does. Her dad owns the place. Okay, so you walk in like you own that room and smile, because smiling books jobs. Smiling is going to get you through an interview, even if you don't know what they're asking you. You just keep smiling away. And it's also kind of like maybe school Monday. You walk in with that smile, people are like, what's going on with her? What happened to her? Why is she smiling like that? It's like you have a secret and nobody else knows it. You really don't, but pretend you do. And yeah, walk in like you own that room. Yes. And work on your interview skills, because all the dancing or all the sports or all this or all that is sometimes going to go away. But this and how you present yourself and how you speak to people and adults, that is going to be forever. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's give a round of applause for Miss Abby. Yeah. And you know, just
we
really.
We don't have anyone like filming up here while we're here.
Yeah, we have some from the other angle. Joss, maybe if you can hand me your phone. But just really quickly, guys, we're gonna get you all waving. Just 1 second. Okay. You guys ready?
Film like from over here.
All right. So we're gonna start. We're gonna start over here, guys. So everybody, wave. Give me a wave. Yay! Woo! Yes. Amazing. Perfect. You're gonna see you guys.
And over there, can we give a wave?
Yes. Okay, perfect. Give a wave over there. Don't worry, guys.
Jocelyn, wave.
Yay. Here you go, Joss. Just you can grab your phone. But just really quickly, just to, a testament of what Abby was saying, we met when I was 18 years old. I had just graduated high school, and I was a fan of Dance Moms just like all of you guys. And I tell this story because you never know where you're going to end up. And I showed up to an event similar to like this, and she pulled me from the line. She saw this young man, I guess. And
well, you were tall.
Yes, yeah. And I was tall, and she was like, okay, maybe he's with it. She saw me at another event a couple days before, and that day, suddenly, with no experience really, I was then told I was going to be selling merch. I was going to be taking her fan pictures. I was going to be doing the whole shebang. So being a fan, being put in that position, you just got to sometimes go with it. And here we are, 9 years later.
But it wasn't like, no, I can't, or I have to leave.
No, I did it. I just said,
da-da-da.
yes, Miss Abby. Yes.
Yes.
And, you know, just like what she was saying, you just have to hold yourself well, and you never know where you're going to end up. And here we are. It's been almost a decade together. And, you know, I just have to say, I'm so grateful to Abby, because not only did she give me an amazing opportunity to be where here we are now here in Nebraska for Leave It on the Dance Floor Live, but she gives opportunities to children all across the globe, each and every day, thousands upon thousands of children in this country, all over the world. So you just never know where you're going to end up. And just like she was saying, you have to just hold yourself strong, be confident, and you're going to,
if somebody yells at you and they call you a dingbat or this or whatever, you got to just let it go in one ear and out the other.
Yeah.
Take the good and forget about the bad.
Yes, because you will just love what you do so much more, and you'll be so much more proud of the results. So just really quickly, I want to thank all of you for being here. You know, obviously, Leave It on the Dance Floor, we're about to hit our 2nd year, and we wouldn't be where we are, and we wouldn't have had the success being listened to in over 150 different countries, which is crazy. But you know, I just want to say a big thank you to all of you, the ALDC Elites, the listeners, and our friends at Hurrdat Entertainment.
Woo-hoo!
Yes, let's give a big round of applause to them for hosting us and just being an amazing team. And a lovely, refreshing situation, just because obviously what Abby's used to is not good people. So we're just very grateful to have good people, and we're very grateful to have all of you. So really quickly, just our Ultra VIPs, you're going to sit tight. We're going to have our exclusive Q&A with just you guys. We're going to hang out after the show for a little bit. But Abby, just any last words before we send everybody off?
Break a leg.
The best is
Break
yet
a
to
leg.
come. Break a leg.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much. And this is the first of many. We will definitely
Yes.
be back.
Yeah, this is fun. No one yelled at me. I'm good.
Perfect. All right, guys, we're going to get Abby off, and then we can say goodbye, guys. Thank you so much for coming.
I forgot
Thank
I was
you.
supposed to exit.
All right.
Get up, get up. My